Hey y'all, it's Caitlin. So, another birthday statue video. If this video is coming out after Supergirl, I'm filming them both at the same time, so I don't know how they're going to be uploaded, but yeah, we got Artemis here. So, if you saw where I posted a video where I got some Christmas presents from some friends of mine, Franklin FM is one of the most amazing human beings I've ever met, because he sent me a Donna Troy statue from the same line. And like I said in this video, I was aware of this line. I was interested in it when it first came out, but I passed on it. And seeing that statue up close made me want to get at least one more. So we do have Artemis. I did say in my live stream that I was thinking about getting Wonder Woman, but I looked into it, and from first glance, it looks like it's exactly like Artemis, but just differently painted. Like, it's almost the exact same sculpt. So, I don't really like that. I mean, there's another one too. Like, there was a second version of her, but it doesn't look as good. So, I might stop with Artemis here, but I'm perfectly fine with that. So, it says on the back, and as an Amazon of the Egyptian tribe, Bana Midal, Artemis is a fierce warrior and freedom fighter, a Wonder Woman and champion in her own right. She was Wonder Woman for a brief period of time in the comics. Like legit Wonder Woman, not this weird version of her. I haven't read the full comic issue of the Ame Comi series, so I don't really know the storyline or how she fit into it. But I know she looks darn good in this setup, so let me go ahead and take her out. I did buy this off Ame Comi, by the way, because Admiral Funko got me addicted to it. I haven't been buying too much off of there. I got this and a pop that I showed off on my live stream, the flocked Cowardly Lion. But I have been looking, and I've been really close to pulling the trigger on a lot of other stuff. So, right off the bat, I can tell you there's something I very, 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 very much enjoy more of this statue than I did the Donna Troy one. But let me go ahead and get her out of here first. Now, she is tied down with just twist ties. And this is a pretty old statue. I think 2013, 2014 was when these came out. And there, like I said, there was a comic line on it. This was basically DC's attempt to try something anime-esque. The art of the book, the design of the characters, you know, nowadays it would remind you of Artist Alley, where, you know, you're taking your own spin. The artist was taking their own spin off these characters. And doing something never done before. I think that's cool. Do I think they needed to put a full story, anime-esque story behind it? No. Oh, dang. Okay, let's see if I, nope, I missed a hair tie. And I had to take these things out completely instead of just untying them. Because they're stiff. They've been tied up like this for like years, so who knows if the previous owner took her out of the box ever or not. Ow, dang. Okay, so the shoulder blades that they put on her is very pointy. Okay, so her lasso is just a cheap thing of rope, by the way, like a tinsel for a tree or something like that. This is probably loud as heck for you guys, and I'm sorry. You know, I always think about editing this part out, because it's just me concentrating on getting the figure out, and you guys aren't really seeing much, but honestly, you kind of are, because you're seeing what struggle you would have to go through if you had this statue and wanted to display it properly. So let me get, come on, don't, there we go. And just like that, everything is out, other than the base. So let me get that out real quick and just prepare it. So the base is what I was talking about when I said there was already something in here I liked. So the base is significantly smaller than Donna Troy's. So somewhere along the line they caught up to the fact that they didn't need that big of a stand. And also, now you guys didn't see me unbox the Donna Troy one because I lost that footage. But there was no little tab here at the bottom. So I actually had to go in and cut in and try not to cut the cardboard while I was getting the base out. But this one, I still don't know why they glued it in, because it's stupid. And it looks like I'm still ripping the cardboard to get to this base. There we go. So I don't, but this is an earlier statue, so I guess I can catch them some slack for it. Not a lot, but some. So she does have a stand here. So, but let's look at her first before we get too involved in there. So she does have a sword, but can she hold it? It doesn't look like her. I don't think she can hold this thing. And obviously it can't go through that away. But I don't. It's made of PVC, so it does bend slightly, but not enough to get this in, especially since they're I don't think they're sculpted together, but they're definitely painted together. And this side is holding her shield. So I guess this just lays down beside her. Is there a picture of her holding it on the box? Yeah, it shows her holding it on the box, but I don't know how you would get it in her hand. Yeah. I don't think they thought the statue through too much. And her lasso, pretty much the same thing. It's tied together with a twist tie, a cheaper version of the ones that was holding her in. But you can make it stay in her thing. You just don't probably want to pull on it at all. So anyway, so here is Artemis. So traditionally she's more like a slightly darker version of Wonder Woman. She's not evil or anything, but she does have her own way of doing things, and so that's why her style is a little bit darker than traditional Wonder Woman, so the black and the green. But I think she's gorgeous. She's definitely an Amazon. Again, just a different tribe of Amazons. This is awesome. Now, if you've watched the animated movie that came out in 2009, the Artemis in that story is honestly probably my favorite, just because she and Wonder Woman were a lot more of a team, rather than, you know, part-time adversaries. But I think traditional Artemis, where she has a bit of a rougher edge to her, when it comes to Diana, is really cool too. I love her in the Red Hood and the Outlaws comics, so hopefully they get her back in soon. Now, one thing I can tell you I very much dislike, and again, this is an older statue, okay? So you can't complain too awful much, because, you know, as time goes on, they perfect more and more techniques. It looks like someone had their finger in the silver paint and dotted it accidentally onto the black. You guys can't see it on camera, but that is a fingerprint. So, or no, actually it looks more like a little drop of the silver landed on there, and someone tried to tap it away with their finger instead of like a cloth or something. So yeah, there's that. But other than that, I don't really see any paint flaws. So the faces on these, especially the eyes, are what make them very anime-esque. That and the wild hair. But honestly, if you guys look up a picture of the first, I believe it was, Ame Comi Statue of Wonder Woman, it looks exactly like this, the mold of it. The hair, the dress, everything. So I'm not really going to waste money on just a repaint, since I honestly just one Artemis, because I don't have a lot of Artemis stuff. I have an action figure and that's it. So she has these boots that are reminiscent a little bit of Hermes. Again, I think that's more Diana than Artemis. They were just reusing the mold. So, and she does have a hole in her back where you slide the stand in. So I don't like these stands. Let me take the stand out and put it in her back first. I don't like these stands as much as I do, you know, stands where you just put their foot in the base, you know, the peg in the base. Just because this one you have to tweak a little bit more, and you have to really get it into a good position, and instead of just placing their feet down where you know it's going to be level, this one she's kind of wobbly. Like you can tell there, her feet aren't fully touching the base. So she looks a little bit odd like that, but yeah, what can you do? Can she hold? No. I was about to say, her hand on this one is open. Can she still? She might be able to, guys, but I'm afraid I might break her finger off if I try too hard. So, and she keeps coming out of this base now too. Okay, there we go. If I don't touch her anymore, she should be okay. So I'm just going to be laying this sword down on her base here. I guess I can show you guys the sword up close though, because it is pretty awesome. So Artemis is known for using larger weapons, so this definitely qualifies. So I love the green eagle. I haven't looked too closely to see if Diana is having a sword like this as well, because the eagle is definitely more reminiscent of Diana than Artemis. But whatever. So the only other statue I have of this line is Hot Girl. I do not have her box. But they do make more of her. They did make Wonder Girl as well, but she looks horrible. So, and it says that it does have the name of the person who sculpted this, Jack Matthews. I think Jack sculpted Wonder Woman, and they just said, hey, let's use it for Artemis. I'm still a little ticked off at that, but oh well. But if I can get an Artemis figure or statue, I'm fine. I'm not going to bitch too much about it. So anyway, guys, so this was the Artemis statue from the Ame Comi heroine series, is what it says on the base. So let me know if you like this style. Let me know if you've ever heard of it. Because yeah, it was a while ago, and the storyline obviously didn't last too long. But anyway, but the statues were pretty successful because I saw just how many they've made of these, just because the art style was really cool. So yeah, anyway, so thank you all so much for watching. Remember, it's a community, not a competition, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.